My friend was always hungry at my place. Turns out he'd never even owned a blanket. I had a friend who would always come over to my house after school. He was a great guy, but I noticed he would always eat a lot when he was at my place. I didn't think much of it at first, but then I realized he was actually starving. His parents were extremely neglectful, and he would often go days without eating. I started packing extra food in my lunch for him, and he would eat it all before lunch even started. I told my mom about it, and she started making extra food for him too. He would come over for dinner almost every night, and my mom would make sure he had enough to eat. He would always thank her and say how much he loved her cooking. One night he stayed over and we were playing video games. He fell asleep and I noticed he was shivering. I gave him a blanket and he immediately stopped shivering. I asked him if he was okay and he said he was just cold. I asked him if he had a blanket at home and he said he didn't. The next day I told my mom about it and she gave him one of our blankets to take home. He was so grateful and he told me he had never had a blanket before. It broke my heart to hear that. We ended up giving him a lot of things he needed and he would always say how much he appreciated it. He eventually moved away, but we still keep in touch. He's doing much better now and he always tells me how much he appreciated what we did for him.